Hey everyone, Desi is here, and today I'm going to be starting a new series, just playing some World of Warcraft again, Dragonflight's been really fun. I've been playing in my Frost Mage, my Ret Pally, and I've been having a really good time. And today I wanted to start making some videos again, some gaming videos like I used to back during COVID. Been working on music, but I just want to make some different kind of content. So we're going to be doing a Let's Play series on Dragonflight, and I'm going to be playing a priest. Never really played a priest before, never healed, but I want to just kind of learn how to heal, and just a class that I've never generally played. So this is just going to be a pretty chill series, just playing WoW, just talking to myself basically. Probably just going to be talking about stuff regarding the game, maybe real life events. I don't know, I just want to make kind of like a comfort series, like where you can sit back, listen to it in the background, maybe watch if you'd like. I got my cup of coffee. If you drink coffee, we can share a coffee in the morning. I kind of want to do something like that, just a nice comforting series. So now I need to figure out why my sound isn't working. Alright, it's playing through my speaker. See, this is probably stuff I should have figured out beforehand, but I want this series to be as genuine as possible, so we're gonna be doing this together. Alright, so I need to make it. I'm using AirPods right now, but I would love for the sound to emit through my AirPods and not my general speaker. So I might just cut this, so I'll see you again once the sound is fixed and we're improved. Alright, and I am back. I got the sound fixed. Let's start this journey. So obviously I am level 5. I was doing a few quests before I decided, you know what? I want to make a series out of this. I want to make some YouTube videos again. Excuse me. Yes, basically I've been pretty busy IRL. Been going to school, been working, but it looks like I need to bring this filled crystal file to Tanarin Stormgrip at the top of the tree. So, World of Warcraft, it's been part of my life for well over a decade. I used to play a game called EverQuest back in the day, and I still do. My dad played it before I was even born, and it's basically the MMO that World of Warcraft got most of its inspiration from. Most of the people that made this game in 2004 were hardcore raiders in EverQuest, and that game will always be like my favorite game of all time, just for the nostalgia and just the things that it taught me. I feel like video games, especially multiplayer games, can be a great resource to just be a better communicator, interacting with people, working together, as well as learning how to simply type, read, learn new vocabulary words. MMOs are a very beneficial genre of video games in my opinion, because they incorporate so many aspects of real life that help us in just learning how to accomplish things and giving us a goal to meet. And I think we can use a lot of our own passions and ambitions in video games like MMOs into the real world, to be able to transition those to be useful not just virtually. And I don't know, I'm going on a little bit of a tangent, but I really love this game, and I really love EverQuest as well. And just the environment, because basically about 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, I quit WoW to play Final Fantasy XIV like pretty much everyone did in like the summer of 2021. Like Asmongold, all the top streamers all started streaming Final Fantasy XIV, and like just an impressionable audience member, I decided to start playing it too because it looked pretty fucking fun. And I honestly, I just fell in love with that game. The story was done so well. The characters were written perfectly. Everything made sense, and it didn't really feel like an MMO though. It felt more like an immersive story experience, which is definitely not a bad thing. But World of Warcraft just kind of has that MMO feeling that you can't really get anywhere else. At least for me right now. Alright, so I unlocked a new ability, Power Word Fortitude. Infuses the target with vitality, increasing their stamina by 5% for an hour. Okay, so that's just like a general buff. Hell yeah. I'm gonna put that... I'm gonna work on my keybinds as I level, but I'm just gonna put like my buffs and healing spells up here for now. In like the non-numbered keys. And I'm gonna keep my damage abilities in my first hotbar. Because that's just how I always play the game. And I got my chauffeur, my mount for having heirlooms. Let's see. Gotta get 2 Strigid Owl Feathers and 1 Night Saber Fang. There's a Night Saber. So far, what I've enjoyed about this class is the Shadow Word Pain spell is very overpowered, especially with heirlooms, because you can cast it once on a mob. It lasts like 15 seconds, and it's basically just a death sentence. It will kill them over time, like such, and it's very satisfying. All right, I need 1 more Strigid Owl Feather. Let's see. Let's check it out over here. Although I do need to go to that village anyways, but I don't mind going for a little journey. Here we go. I'm gonna use this Mind Blast ability. Oh, that does so much damage. Oh no, he didn't drop it. Let's kill this guy over here. And as you can see on my channel, I've been making some music the past year or so, and it's definitely been a good way to express myself artistically through music. Obviously, I love music. I love listening to music. I love learning about new genres, and I wanted to kind of make some rap music, you know, just music with not too deep of meaning. It's mostly just a fun little hobby to do on the side, and I've really been enjoying that. I've been kind of slowing down on it lately, but it's something I definitely want to continue with throughout my life, because it's just fun to do. I don't expect to make any money from it or anything like that. It's simply just a little hobby, a little passion. Same with making these videos. I never expect to blow up. I never expect to even gain like 100 subscribers, but I think it's a good outlet to just create something and bring out content to a platform. If nobody watches it, that's fine, but it's mostly just the facet of creating it in and of itself that's something I want to strive for. Because I love watching YouTube, I love engaging in content and learning new things, but I also value creating things as well. And I'm just picking up all these quests because leveling in Dragonflight has been very, very fast. I already have 2 max levels. My Frost Mage, he's like eye level 394 right now. I'm doing a little bit of heroic raiding in the Vault of Incarnates with my guild. And that's been pretty fun. Although my spec Frost Mage and the class itself right now, it has not been outputting the best DPS. I've been struggling to DPS in the respective amounts that my other guildmates are, and it's kind of disheartening because I'm always pretty much at the bottom of the DPS charts. Like, I know my class is disadvantaged just statistically from parsing and like Wowhead and everything, but But I would like to improve my like rotation and get my optimal talents and everything. Like I feel like there's always more you can do to improve your DPS output. And that's been something I've really been focusing on lately because I want to contribute more to my guild, and I think it's important to want to collaborate with a team and be the best player you can. Because usually the past, especially during the semester, I didn't really take the game too seriously, and you know, it's a video game. It's not meant to be taken super seriously, you know, it's more of a pastime. But, you know, if it's something that I value my time participating in, which it is, I get a lot of enjoyment out of playing this game, like why wouldn't I at least owe it to not just myself, but my other guildmates to be the best player I can and to do the most damage I can, you know? And I think that outlook has been helping me in like taking the game like not more seriously, but yeah, taking it more seriously and respecting my time as well as others' time. And I think that's a really important aspect of this game. Is it's a lot of teamwork, and you can fall short and it will impact other people's experiences in the game if you're not meeting the standards of gameplay. And that's a really cool thing about this game, in my opinion. Alright, I'm gonna take out this whole village. Like with these heirlooms, it's kind of a joke. it's pretty much playing on easy mode, but it's fun to play on easy mode sometimes. Just to wipe out. Oh, don't run away. Like, okay. Let's recast. Yeah. This is so OP. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Perfect. And it looks like there's a quest item up here. I mean, I've done this starting zone so many times I can't even count them. But I mean, it hasn't been a while, so it's kind of feels new, especially with like the UI improvements and like the new talent system with Dragonflight. I almost said Shadowlands. Let's see. Psychic Scream. Let out a psychic scream, causing 5 enemies within 8 yards to flee. That is very nice. Yeah, I'll just keep it there for now. An AoE fear. It'd be good for PvP. I mean, at this level, it's pretty useless because these mobs don't really do much to begin with. But I will keep that spell in mind. Got the Dreamcatcher. And also, a little bit ago, I got a pattern for the Elemental Lariat, which is like the best in slot necklace right now for pretty much every class, I think. And I sold it on the auction house for 500,000 gold. Which, to put it into perspective... Oh, excuse me. Which, to put it into perspective, is the most gold I have ever had in World of Warcraft. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. I feel like it's, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much gold, but that was pretty exciting. Because now I'm sitting on 500,000 gold. And I don't know what to do with it. I bought a few crafted items for my mage, which is like high level gear. But I think I'm just gonna use it for game time. Because I've been really trying to save money IRL. And I think that's a good opportunity to cut my expenses a little bit, you know? That's worth about 3 months of game time in WoW tokens. So that's 45 bucks I saved right there. And I think that's another reason why I really like this game is you can be economic about it and be as optimal as you can with your time. And it kind of teaches you that that's how you can live in life too. You can be optimal with your time. You can do things that reward you the most, and you can cut things out that don't reward you the most. And you can decide what's worth your time and what's not. And I think that's an important life skill to have. And I think people, especially myself, I'm projecting onto other people, but I think that I don't take the time to value what video games truly offer. Like, sure, they're a fun hobby and pastime to just relax and enjoy and kind of escape from the real world, because who doesn't want to do that every once in a while? But there's also so many values and virtues that you can learn from the game and recognize and see the parallel between this and reality. Because, I mean, art mimics reality. That's basically how it goes. And we can learn so much from art. And that's something I've kind of been talking about a lot so far this episode, but I think it's just so important to truly recognize that. Economically, artistically, and like just leisurely, we can learn a lot about ourselves and how we conduct ourselves and how we perceive other people, some of the biases and cognitive schemas that we employ within our lives towards other people. We can kind of see how that correlates in a manner that's not so high stakes like video games, and it's kind of a way for us to identify what we can work on, what we're good at. Like, hey, I'm good at multitasking and organizing tasks that I need to do, quests that I need to do, and I'm good at leading. I'm good at communicating with other people and telling them what they need to do to be a better player, or facilitating a community. There's so many aspects in MMOs that I'm gonna beat this guy up, that just truly resonate with our real lives, and I think that's really special. Alright, I got a new spell. Desperate Prayer increases maximum health by 25% for 10 seconds, and it instantly heals you for that amount. Alright, that's pretty OP. Cooldown 1.5 minutes. Okay, so that is definitely a cooldown. Fortitude, I mean, this is a buff, so I'm going to leave it up there. Very useful buff. I'm really excited to play this character more, because I love the aesthetic of healing, especially a priest. It's like a divine, pure entity that's sole purpose is to raise the life of others. Like, I really do like that aesthetic. I think DPS is fun, but it's pretty straightforward. It can get pretty boring outside of the rotation itself, and it feels like you're just another number, just pumping out numbers to accomplish a task, whereas healing is more focused on sustaining the group and keeping things going. So I think there's definitely more of a fantasy element of like supporting, helping out, feeling more valuable. And I think that goes to human nature again, like how we want to be perceived. Do we want to collaborate and within a group and kind of be a follower, or do we want to stand up, take on a little bit of a more difficult role and responsibility, and if you fail, there's a little bit more at stake than if you fail as a DPS. I think those are important aspects to take in. And I think for me personally, I've always kind of hid in the DPS role because it's kind of the easiest and it doesn't require the most thought. Because I never really looked at these games as something I should really take seriously, more as something I can sit down after work or class and just mind my own business. I think healing requires more communication, and that's something I struggle with in games. I feel like I'm a social recluse when it comes to gaming, especially in MMOs and team-based games in general. I usually gravitate towards solo play, because I like to game, just listening to music, minding my own business, and kind of escaping in the world of the game. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, but I think that it is something that I would like to change for myself. I would like to experience other sides of gaming that kind of break my own comfort zones. And that's something that I want to also explore more in general throughout this new year, is kind of breaking my comfort zone and doing things I wouldn't necessarily... Am I supposed to do something here? Oh, I see. And doing things that I necessarily wouldn't typically do in the past. Last year, the end of 2021, sorry, I'm a little bit sick today. I have a little bit of a head cold. End of 2021, I had a breakup, and that was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. It was more of a mutual thing. We ended a 5-year relationship, and that was definitely a hard thing to cope with because I was in a comfort zone that I didn't really know how to leave because I didn't know anything else better. And being put out into the world in an uncomfortable manner forced me to grow and learn more about myself. And last year I grew as a person tremendously and met a lot of new people, and that's something I want to keep moving forward into the years to come. I want to continue that uncomfortability and growth because I think it's just an important thing for everybody, you know. We all would strive from and benefit from growth as people. Alright, we finished these quests in this cave. I'm gonna kill all these mobs because I can. Because I want to. And I also think for this series, I probably will not be recording every second of this journey. I'm definitely going to be playing this class while I'm not recording. But I would like to record the highlights of my journey. And just to be able to catch up with myself, just to have a recorded log of my journey on this class. I think that's just a really cool thing to do. Just to see where you came from, like the roads you took on the journey, even if it's as trivial as a World of Warcraft leveling experience in Dragonflight, which the stakes are not high. It doesn't take much time, but I still think it's fun to keep track of and record. Alright, yeah, these things are dying pretty fast. And at level 10, we unlock the talents. And I think I would like to do a Discipline Priest. They seem to be S tier in the Dragonflight rating category, so that's definitely a motivator. But also, I heard it's a pretty fun spec. And I'm going to do more research. I don't completely know the differences between Holy and Discipline, so I'm going to look more into that and just see if there are differences, and maybe I will roll Holy, but I'm probably not going to roll Shadow because I don't really want to do DPS right now. I want to stick to healing for this class because I play enough DPS as it is. Fade out, removing all your threat and reducing enemies' attack range against you for 10 seconds. That's really nice. It's a nice little evasive ability. And we're getting close, level 9. Let's spilled some coffee. Alright, going down the path, we have to get... Oh, I remember this class. You have to go through like that whole little cavern and get those artifacts. I remember it being kind of annoying, but I mean, I was like 12 when I did these quests last, so can't really judge a book by its cover there. Use my biases from childhood, because we truly don't know a lot when we're kids. And hell, I'm only 21 and I still recognize that I don't know shit. And that's honestly a comforting thing, to know that you just don't know things, you know? But I think like ignorance is different from recognizing the fact that you don't know things, because I think ignorance is the absence of recognizing the fact that you don't know things. It's the inability to recognize that there is more to know. But I think ignorance in and of itself isn't always a bad thing. I think it's comforting. I think it helps a lot of people cope. And I think people who struggle, it can help alleviate some of the stresses of life. But I do think that ignorance is definitely not a helpful attribute to life. Give this guy a buff. You're welcome, pal. Let's do this shit. Yeah, also one thing I do enjoy about recording these things, just playthroughs in general, is it's kind of what's the way to do it, to say it, kind of like a flow of consciousness. I can kind of talk about things going on in my mind, concepts that Are we supposed to open this door? Is this companion supposed to open it? I don't know. Let's just kill shit. Because I think it's easy for people. I say people, but I mean myself. I gotta recognize that. I think it's easy for me to kind of get lost in the sauce of life, you know? When I don't take a step back and just compartmentalize my thoughts by talking about them. And if you are listening to this, like, hey, what's up? I hope you're enjoying the video. I hope you get some value off my flow of consciousness, just talking about various aspects of life and how that can also relate to your own concepts of life. And because we all grew up differently, we all are completely individual and complex human beings, and we all have different ideas, and I think that's a really special thing. So if you do get any value from this, or if you disagree with any of my philosophies and concepts of life, please comment below. And if you do agree, in what ways do you agree? And yeah, I just want to connect with more people, and if World of Warcraft allows me to do that, as well as just YouTube in and of itself, the channel, then I see this as an absolute win. I think I am going to cut the episode. It is at about the half-hour mark, and I do have to get my laundry. So I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did watch it or stick to the end, you're a real G for that. If you did enjoy the video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Leave a like. I know that really helps the algorithm in pushing content out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your life if I don't catch you again. Take care. Thank you.